casa with HomeSweetHome Grooming. Mi casa es su casa. So let's live, love, and learn grooming together. I'm going to start with some products we're going to be using today. Let's see. So I have my 5-speed Andis. It's a clipper, and they work really well for our fur babies that are scared or timid, or if you need to work on an older baby. The speeds go down and up for a slower paced or a faster paced groom. I am going to save the best for last. I have my Oster. Let's see, probably can't see me. It's a little bit greasy, I just cleaned it up. We have my 5F Oster blade, a second 5F Oster blade. So I can switch blades. I have an Oster 10. Let me bounce back. The 5s will be used for the body. The 10 is used for the eyes, so basically around the face, and around the private area, so the sanitary. I also have a 7. This baby hasn't seen me in a little while, so he may be matted, and that's what that is for. I also have my universal red brush. This is an Oster brush. It's short bristled. It's a little bit, the bristles are medium in my opinion. They're not too harsh, but you definitely do not want to press down on the skin while using this. You definitely want to hold what you can and brush through with this brush here. So when we're clipping the nails, I have these Miller Forge clippers here. They're my favorite nail trimmers to use. And we have Quick Stop. There should rarely be accidents, but it does happen. Quick Stop is to stop the bleeding if there happens to be a nail cut a little too short. Like I said, it shouldn't happen very often, but it does. And it does stop bleeding. However, it is only to be used on the nails. After a nail's clipped too short, you don't want to use it for anything else. No nicks or anything like that. I also have a small curved shears. The brand is Heritage, and a small straight shears. This brand is Heritage as well. They are bald point shears, which means at the top they're round. There's a ball at the top. That helps with preventing nicks. If you get too close to the skin, to where these are my big straight shears. These are not bald point. They have a sharp point at the tip, so you do want to be careful with those. If you can see the difference. And these are my large curved shears. These are Heritage as well. All the shears I just shown are Heritage. And these are pointed at the tip as well, not bald tip, if you can see the difference. All right. So like I said, he hasn't seen me for a while. I have a little mat breaker here. When it comes to matting, you may want to shave if they're too close to the skin. If you cannot work it out without stressing the dog because their skin is very thin, then you may just want to shave and explain to the pet parent the mat was unsafe to remove without shaving. I have my comb here. I use it for comb checking, make sure all my mats are out, which is what your goal is. You want your mats out before you bathe the dog. Sometimes there are exceptions. You know, if you are professional and but you do want to get your mats completely out before you bathe. This is a smaller comb. I use this more for the face or for areas I'm trying to just brush out, snip, 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 brush out, snip, 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 or comb out, snip, snip, snip. This is my wall metal guard. This can be used on the body. I use a 10 with the dog that I'm grooming. I put a 10 under this wall comb here, and I use it to shape the face. The pet parents like a shorter haircut, and they don't come in very often, so that is that. And we'll talk about the products as they're being used. Okay, so I'm saving best for last. Let's see. Which is the soap. So I have this dryer here, if you can see it. I apologize for the quality of this video. And it has a heating option here, and it has a higher and lower option as well. And this is the on and off switch. It's not plugged in at the moment. The brand of this dryer is Shalandi, and I ordered it on Amazon. So this is the soap that we'll be using today. This is the soap that I absolutely love. The brand is The Natural Groomer by Harco. I'll discuss a little bit about the soap and read to you what they would like for you to know about the soap through their catalog. So, my experience with this soap, they have multiple gallons or different soaps with different names, and they each are for a different skin and coat type, and they work wonders. I could almost guarantee, groomers have their own preference, but if you were to try the soap, I don't think that you would want to go back to any other soap. It is, let's see, it's organically formulated, and all ingredients in this soap are completely 100% natural. So I love using it on my pets. Let's see. I have Peter. He's waiting for his groom to begin. He is having some terrible skin allergies. I'm warning you now, he is he's not very happy at the moment. He's a little snippy, and the reason is because he is so uncomfortable. His skin and his allergies are just acting up so terribly at the moment, and it's just irritating him because he's so uncomfortable. So this soap here is what I'm going to use on him. It's a hypoallergenic shampoo, and it is a tearless shampoo as well, so it can be washed over the face without you having concerns of blinding the dog. Of course, you want to keep soap out of the eyes regardless, but if you happen to get soap into the eyes, just rinse very well with water. And let's see here. I do want to read to you what they would like for you to know about this soap specifically on this catalog. Hypoallergenic tearless shampoo is a thick, rich formula that protects with aloe vera, jojoba oil, avocado oil, and fast-absorbing conditioners that work with and animals' natural oils, which is very important. You don't want a soap that dries out the skin. If it's drying out the skin and coat, it's the detergents and the other unnatural, maybe unnecessary fragrances and ingredients in your soap that can be causing more problems than helping your baby under your care. This shampoo gently cleans delicate skin, rinses easily, leaving the coat smelling fresh and clean and feeling soft and smooth, and never dries or irritates like detergent shampoos. Aloe vera acts as an emollient to protect against flaky, dry skin. Aloe vera is derived from the inner leaf of the aloe plant, is processed for precious vitamins, minerals, and enzymes, and extracted in gel form. This product can be used as often as you like and is safe for the environment. So that is something that I like to hear. We have pet parents that like to come in on a weekly basis. And if you're using a shampoo that isn't so organic, you may not be helping your baby. However, you can use this shampoo as often as you'd like. Okay, I'm sorry, my daughter came in. And so we can start back where we left off, discussing the soap. So we do have this catalog here. They do not, let's see here. They do not ship in out of the United States. So that is that. However, if you are within the United States, you can go to www.naturalgroomer.com. Okay. So, if you'd like to go to their website and purchase any of their shampoos or fragrances, they have multiple options as far as skin and coat type. And they have other, soaps regarding if you have like something really hard to get out of fur, such as tar. I've worked with dogs with, tar or gum stuck to their fur, and no matter what the pet parent does, they can't get it out. So they have tar shampoos, and let's see. For dogs that are extra greasy, such as your Cocker Spaniels, you get that really thick grease and oil in their ears and on their paws, and their hair is just so thick. It's hard to get a nice, clean, fluffy feel at the end of your groom. So the finish is very important. They have a soap called D-Limeade, and just a little that goes a long way in the ears and in the paws of your greasy Cocker Spaniels. We can go on and on about the soap, but we do have plenty to cover. So let's get started. All right, so this is Peter. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. Shh. He has his tail between his legs. He's just very uncomfortable at the moment. I don't know if he's going to bite or nip at any moment. He's just not very happy. So we're gonna try to get him done as fast as we can. However, we want the finish to look nice, and we want to be very efficient and cautious with how we handle him. Come here, babe. Come here. Come on. It's okay. It's okay. Shh. It's okay. Shh. It's okay. Shh. And I've worked with him before. I would not understand why he is, he seems a bit scared to me at the moment. I wouldn't have a clue why, to be honest with you. But let's get started in the groom and see how he does. It's okay, baby. It's okay. It's okay. He may not be very happy, and we're gonna see how he does today. So today, we're working more toward a summer cut. The pet parents want a 5 all over the body, and a teddy bear face, round ears, and the tail trimmed up nicely. So let's try to get this done. Right now, I'm gonna just rough him in so that he doesn't take too long to dry. I'm gonna just quickly, but cautiously run a 5 blade over his fur. It doesn't have to be extremely perfect. I typically don't like to rough in unless I really have to. So in this case, because of his discomfort with his skin and his attitude, we're going to see what we can do. Okay, so I have my Andis 5-speed clipper here and my Oster 5F blade. And so this is the length it's gonna take off. What you wanna do, come here, baby. It's okay, it's okay. Shh. You don't want to start too high on the head. You wanna make sure that you are able to blend in the head. So basically right behind his ear, you could put your finger lightly behind the dog that you're working on, if it's a fluffy coat. This is the kind of coat that we're working with today, is a fluffy coat. So any advice that I'm giving you is based on a finish that has the outcome of a fluffy coat, or from a fluffy coat. Here, okay. So we're going to get started here. Good job. Good job. So on the other side, I can better describe what we're looking at here. You always want to cut the direction that the hair naturally lies. Down the back is naturally straight down the back. And you don't want to have your clippers on and go over one area over and over again, or you don't want to do this kind of motion. It's a terrible habit. It's a terrible habit that some groomers have. It's a pet peeve of mine. You do want to go in one stroke down the direction the hair grows. And so you'll have a better view of what I'm looking at on the other end. So you just want to go down and go down. And it's very important not to this. Up, up, up. Up, 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 baby. Good job. So I depending on the dog is really where the routine comes from. Some new groomers are trying to get a routine together, and to be honest with you, you don't get into a routine until you get down technique. And that's just kind of how it works. So I know it's a little complicated. When you first start grooming, it's a little complicated because you have to really get down tactics, and you have to really get your experience in before you say, okay, I can make a routine. And so if you are, just beginning, or if you haven't figured out, if you haven't gotten to that step just yet, like, okay, that routine step and time management step, don't worry, you will get there. You definitely will. It just takes time, and it takes experience. And not every groomer or every bather that wants to be a groomer is fortunate to have somebody who will sit and teach them. So it takes longer to get to that point. However, you will get there. Do not give up. So he has some mats down his legs. Whew, sorry. I'm gonna deliver in about 3 days. So I'm getting those Braxton Hicks. Okay. So here, I'd like to kind of show, it's okay, Baba, it's okay. I'd like to kind of show what I was doing to the best of my ability because there's this bar in the way. Let me see if I can move it out of the way. Oh, that's not how we do it. Okay. All right. So, let's see. Come here, babe. It's okay. Don't worry. So, like I said, we have behind the ear here. I'm being very gentle with him because I don't want him to nit me. So, we have this going on here. So, you want to get behind the neck, not on, behind the ears. You want to start from right behind the ears, not any higher from that point, and you can work the blend with other tools at a later time. Come here, babe. Shh, it's okay, it's okay. Okay, so here's the ear. I'm kind of lifting it up a little, and we're going down the direction the hair falls. So down the neck, for example, it's growing down this way. Let me see if you can get a good view of what we're looking at here. Okay. Okay. So the hair will be going down this way. So we'll be shaving downward this way, down that way. And on the chest, it goes straight down. So we'll be going straight down the chest and down the legs this way. It's not growing, so we're not going to just automatically shave all the way down, otherwise we'll get some terrible looking lines. The hair grows in specific directions, and you can actually see the direction that the hair is growing. So that is the direction you want your clippers to go. Up, up, up. It's okay, Bubby. So let's go ahead and do that. Down the neck this way. Okay, down the shoulders this way, down this way, okay, and it just gradually changes direction, and so it's okay, Peter, and so you want to go down. Right there, he has a little spot that's bothering him, okay, you want to start from the top and go all the way down. Start from the top and go all the way down. It saves time, and the finish is different. You don't have start and stopping points. And sorry, Peter. And if you happen to, start somewhere else because you have parts of the fur that look like they haven't, that they weren't cut, it won't look as bad. You have more of a blend. So here you want to go downward. The hair grows downward. So you want to start up at the top, exactly from where the point where the hair grows, and go downward. And so you get a smooth finish. Very important. Regardless what blade you're using. If it's a 10, it does not matter. It's probably, I don't know if it's even worse if it's a 10. And I say that because, it's all the way down to the skin, so we're going down the leg here. Okay? 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 And I'm just going to finish up his legs with a 7. He has stickers and mats, and he is uncomfortable as it is, so I'm going to, this haircut is going to be half for the finish and half for the comfort. Sometimes you just have to groom for comfort, And it's as long as you know, as long as you did your best and the outcome is good. It doesn't have to, you know, when you're grooming for comfort, it's not always going to look its best compared to if you're grooming for style. So we have what's left on the chest here. I'm gonna lift his little neck a little, his little head, and you kind of just want to follow along where, okay honey, so you don't want to go up too high. You want to kind of follow along from where you left off, from under, kind of like underneath the ear, and go downward. So as you can see, I'm taking the hair off in one stroke. You kind of want to pass over just one time, but if your clippers, you know, say they're not sharpened like mine, you pass over multiple times. And I mean, in a way it's okay, as long as you're not going over it like this and stopping and starting at different points and not aiming anywhere at all. You don't want to do that. You want to have complete control over exactly where you're putting this clipper, because you want it to look nice when you're finished. Okay, I'm going to go down the chest. You do want to be careful around this area here. You can easily snag that. So just keep in mind that the clipper, say this is the dog skin, or if you can see, this is the dog skin. You want the clipper to be flat and the blade to do the work. So as long as the clipper itself has a flat surface, you see? So as long as it's flat on the dog's skin, no matter what direction you're going, just be careful for nipples, be careful for moles, for moles, for scabs, anything like that, or knots that might suck up in that blade. You do just want to be very cautious. Okay, so I'm going to, come here babe, I'm going to go down. So Peter did give me a little trouble getting him out of the cage, or of the, I'm sorry. Okay, he just may not be happy at all today. And he is brown in a lot of places. He just may not be happy. I wouldn't be if I were him. I'm going to just go down the legs and under the tummy area with a 7. It's okay, babe. It's okay. And I typically don't shave this much or this perfect before the bath. However, he is very uncomfortable, and I'm just going to, and it's definitely not perfect, I'm not happy with the way that it's looking, so I'm not gonna, some groomers will shave, you know, at what they call perfect before they bathe and dry the dog and call it a haircut day. I like to finish properly, so I like for it to look nice after we're done. So I will be going back over okay, so here's a mat here. I'm just gonna have to go down with a 10. I'm not gonna stress him out just because I want, and it's just a tiny little area there. So I'm switching back to my Oster 7, going back down the leg. Okay. Okay. Shh, it's okay. Shh, it's okay. And I'll explain how I'm shaving down the foot in a second to prevent feet that look like they were straight shaved, regardless you're shaving with a 7 or not. So we'll, because the 7 is pretty short, so it can easily look like you're trying for a poodle foot look, and that's not what you want. So, it's okay. Shh. Don't get angry. You're fine. No, don't get angry. Shh. Okay, so when a dog is misbehaving, instead of, and pulling their paw away, instead of forcing their paw into my hands and fighting with the dog, or holding its arm while it's resisting, I would prefer not to. I try to use other tactics, and one is holding the dog's derriere up in the air, and naturally the dog's back is positioned comfortably, and all of the weight is on the 2 front paws. So instead of you know, like pulling the dog's leg or the dog pulling away from you, you can try to shave down the leg easily by just lifting the little derriere up in the air and shaving downward. And so he wasn't letting me shave his paw, but this is something that now he's just gonna have to do it. His little derriere is up in the air, and he may not like it, but he's comfortable. And I'm just getting the mats out. So here I'm just getting the mats out so that I can bathe him. And so all the mats and stickers are out there. And so it's okay, buddy. So this isn't for perfection. This is right here. Of course, he hasn't taken his bath just yet. So we're just roughing him in. Okay. This is so mats do not get tighter in the bath. And so that I can just get all the stickers out now, if possible. Okay, and so I'm lightly lifting the leg to where it naturally bends. I'm not grabbing the leg and picking it up outward. That makes them very uncomfortable and hurts their back. And see, he's lifting it himself. He's doing that all by himself. And so you see, that's where it naturally bends. That's what's important, is keeping your dog comfortable. He's already irritated because of his allergies. I don't want to irritate him more because I'm forcing his legs where he does not want them to be positioned. So that's very important. Sometimes if you have a timid dog, you want to tap the leg you're going to ask them to pick up, instead of just have at it. So I'm asking him, hey Peter, I'm picking up this leg, okay? Because he can be very angry at me in a second. Peter, it's okay. No, let me see you. Okay, so he's naturally picking it up. I'm just holding it up, and he is irritated, you know, emotionally, and his skin as well. So, you know, nobody wants to be physically and emotionally irritated. It's not a good day. Okay. And when you position a dog in a position that he or she is comfortable, and they will work with you more than what you think. So don't pick up other habits. Don't pick up habits that shouldn't be picked up. Learning from who you can learn from. Okay. So that's why I'm here. I'm trying to give groomers and new groomers and pet parents at home a different outlook on grooming and a view of how the process should look like. So he's not gonna let me pick up his leg. He's resisting. That was lightly holding his paw, and I'm not trying to make him angry. So I'm gonna make him stand up, pick up his little derriere, and shave straight down his little leg. It's okay. And so he is just gonna have to deal with it. Some dogs will try to hop out of this position, and you just have to find another tactic that works to make your job easier, because it takes more time to fight a dog that doesn't want something done than to work with the dog and teach them to work with you, and you get the job done. You know, the fact that it's getting done, he still doesn't want it done, but he's working with me. So that is that. Okay, so I have to find a comfortable position. He's not letting me lift up his front paws at all. So let me lift his little derriere up and position the clippers in a direction. See, say the legs here in a direction that would work. So we're going to do this. This is as happy as he's gonna get. Okay, Peter, let me shave down your paw, okay? And so he's not very happy with this, and so I'm lightly holding his paw. So on the paw, down the legs as well, you want to shave the direction that the hair is going toward. And on the paws, the hair doesn't just go straight down, and it doesn't just go straight to the side. It kind of spreads out. It spreads down the sides and then gradually goes to the middle. So you do want to shave toward the direction of the hair so that you get a nice finish on those paws. Shh, it's okay. There you go. So he wasn't too happy with that, but we got it done. So now he'll be easier to dry. It'll be faster to dry, which is a good thing. And we got most of the hair off, so that matters as well. Shh. And then on his face, he has a sticker here and there. I'm going to grab my thinning shears and thinning shear that sticker out, unless I can just lightly pull it out lightly. There you go. I didn't even need the thinning shears. These here I do. These are matted. It's okay. Shh. No, Peter. Peter. It's okay, Bubba. And, oh, shh. No, 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 no. So he's not liking his face touched very much at the moment. And he really might nick me. Oh my goodness, and he has a tick. This is why he's so uncomfortable. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, Peter. It's okay. You got a tick, Peter. And he doesn't want to come out. Just don't bite me, Peter. I'm trying to save your life. Oh, shoot. So where's that tick at? I'm gonna comb it out. Shh. There you go. And he's out. I don't want to get bit. There it is. So let me see what I'm gonna do with this guy. I really need to, oh my god, he escaped. I need to kill this little tick. Nothing's killing this tick. I normally have a spray by me. A flea and tick spray that I just spritz around the area. But I don't have it by me. And this little tick is dead. Good thing he didn't bite me. I'm trying to kill him. Okay. So anyway, now we can move on to the bath. Let me see. So let me see your little nails. So his nails aren't too long. That could probably wait till after the bath. I'm actually going to shave out his paws at the moment. Oh. I'm gonna shave out his paws because he has some stickers in his paws. I just want to try to get some out of his paws. Something out of his paws. Here, come here, Papa. So, slightly turn him around and shave the paws out. I would do more of a tutor on shaving out the paws. However, he's just so irritated. I might just let it go. Okay, so let me see. I'm gonna turn him around. He did okay for that. So, shaving out paw, this is for all four. You want to lightly pick up the dog's paw, find a comfortable position for him and yourself. Sorry, I'm having another Braxton Hicks. And you want to shave down the paw. Again, you want that flat surface on the paw, and you don't want to, the clippers are off, you don't want to dig and try to get any hair inside that paw. You really don't want to do that because dogs have webbed feet and you don't want to catch a web. I'm sorry, I'm checking the battery life. Oh my goodness, we're almost dead. Let me see. You don't want to. Let me see, Bubba. Okay. And he's not happy with his front paws being done at all, so it's okay, Peter. So I might just need to. It's okay. No, no. Here, no, Bubba, no biting. No biting. No bite. Oh my goodness. So he's not very happy. I'm going to just put him in the bath right now and finish off his haircut after the bath. So we'll get to that. So that is the roughen. That is the process before the bath. My battery's running low. And it died. Okay, no, it didn't die. Okay, so that is the process before the bath. Getting most of the hair out. Most of the hair off. The matting. So it's for the purpose of drying the dog quicker. And there's that. Just keep in mind, regardless you roughing in, you always want to guide the clippers the direction that the hair grows. And we can go more over shaving paw pads out. Sometimes that could be a bit confusing, especially to new groomers or to pet parents trying to figure out at home how that's taken care of. Say you have some waxed floors or tile and your dog's running and slides, or and you want to prevent something like that, or your dog just simply gets too hot, or if you notice, even Chihuahuas have short hair all over the body, but for some reason grows a lot of hair under the paws, and some pet parents just want that out. I can go over that more at a later time. Okay, so we're back. I'm hoping that I charged the phone up enough to get some of the haircut out of the way. What I really wanted to do was record all the way through and include the bath so that I can give you some advice and give some tips for a really good bath. But we'll have to cover that in another video, probably with another dog. This is Peter, and in case you guys missed it, he is very irritable. His allergies are acting up, so we're gonna try to get him done pretty quickly, of course, but cautiously. So we're going to try to make sure that he's as comfortable as possible, and let's just get to it. So we have, let's see. Okay, let me just angle the camera a little bit better. Okay, so we are going to take our clippers, whatever type of clippers that you have. Here I have the Andis 5 speed clippers. And we're going to start at the body first. So I'm going to come around here and try to give you guys the best view. Let me make sure that you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, so the best view of what I'm doing. My camera is on low battery, so I'm going to try to get in as much information as possible. Like I said, we don't want to start too high. We want to be able to blend the head in. Here's behind the ear, and that's where we want to start. You can lightly tap and feel where the ear begins and then begin to shave. Like I said, you do want to shave the direction that the hair grows for the best finish. So let's go ahead and do that. You want to make sure that your clippers, you see how they have a flat surface, are flat on the body, whichever direction that the hair grows. And so you don't want to tilt the clippers where the sharp edges are and see that it's lifted. You don't want to shave this way. You want to make sure that the clippers are flat on the body and go down exactly where they need to go. You want this part to do the work, and you guide the clippers exactly where they need to go. So let's do this. Come here, Bubba. Come on. There you go. It's okay. And so he is just not happy at the moment. And so this was directly after the rough-in. Peter, no. I really wanted to get the whole bathing process. So the beginning of the groom is like part 1 and part 2. Part 1 is the bath. Shh. Shh. And all of that consists of Peter. No. All of that consists of, okay, so he's not happy with me right now. I just want to finish what I'm saying, but I really have to focus on what his intentions right now. Peter, shh. What his issue is right now. So he just might be uncomfortable. I'm just going to finish this and then continue on what I'm saying in a second. Because he is just not having it with me right now. And this haircut is not going to be for the style, unfortunately. He's just too irritated and misbehaving himself. So this is going to be, of course, I'm going to do my best to make it look good. But this is going to be more for comfort. So the look is for the pet parent, the comfort is for the dog. We just want to go ahead and finish him off. So I'm shaving the direction of the hair. I'm lifting the neck. He just wants to bite today. So I just need to be careful. I'm just going to shave the body. And like I said, when you're shaving, you don't want to hack or leave off in different places. You definitely want to start in one area and plan on where you want to finish. Okay? Come here, Peter. And I know you're uncomfortable there. That's where you want to be, I guess. So I'm going down his body with the F5 ostrich clipper. Shh. You see how I'm just going straight now, following where the hair naturally lies. He's just so uncomfortable. He's just making this so complicated. I don't blame him, but he just is making this complicated. So we're going to call it quits on the top of the body. Under the tummy, I'm going to use a 7, and down the legs, I'm going to use a 7. So I'm going to show you how we're going to go over the feet so that it doesn't look like they're just, you want that cute, fluffy look, regardless the blade that you use. So whether it's a 10 or a 7, which are very short, they're basically like shaved down blades, you do want to do your best to not give it that we shaved the dog's foot look. Okay, so this is a 7. I'm just going to do this over here. So he does not want me to go underneath his tummy. And that's where all the irritation and his allergies are. So I really do see that is bothering him. So I'm just going to be very careful. Otherwise, I would just scissor the tummy so that I don't run a clipper against it. But he's doing okay for right now. Even underneath the tummy, you do want to try to shave the direction the hair is going. No, no. No, no, no. So whatever I can't get with the clipper, I'm just going to snip and try to get as even as possible. This is how you work with a timid or an irritated dog who is misbehaving and just wanting to bite for everything. Right now, he's naturally a very sweet boy. I don't have problems with him at all. He's just so uncomfortable that he is taking his anger out on me, and I don't blame him. Come here. Because it's like, who wants to be uncomfortable? Nobody wants to be uncomfortable. So I'm going to try to shave down his legs. Peter, Peter. And the rest that I can't get, I'm just going to scissor because he's just wiggling so much. And dogs that act like this, groomers that I have worked with in the past tend to get really irritated and start pushing the dog around and start manhandling the dog, legitimately manhandling the dog. I don't agree with that at all. It may get a little annoying when a dog is misbehaving or acting a little crazy like this one is. But, I mean, there's only so much that you can do. You don't want to stress him out. He still has to get his haircut done, and you still have to do your job. So you don't want to, and so he's just resisting, just turning and turning and turning, not wanting me to do anything. Peter. And the only thing that I do is just talk to them. Sometimes I might use a stern voice, but I don't yell at them. Shh. If you yell at a dog, it really just makes the situation worse. It makes them uncomfortable. So I don't do that. There are some spots that he made it complicated for me to get here with the 5. So I'm just going to go over that in a second. So when you're grooming a dog to save time, if the dog's not letting you do one thing, move on to the next. And continue to groom, and whatever you see has not been done or whatever they did not let you do, to begin with, finish it at the end. So your little back legs are done. No, Peter. And he may not even let me do his front legs. He's just not having it with me right now. So I'm gonna lift his little derriere and do what I can. Peter. Shh. So he's being very naughty at the moment. No. Very naughty. Don't bite. No. So when a dog is acting like this, at this point it's like, okay, I can't continue with clippers. Let me see how we do with the shears. Let's move on. He doesn't want clippers run down his legs, so I'm not gonna fight him to run clippers down his legs. That's not the kind of groomer that I am. And if he bites, I don't get upset. Shh, stop. Come here. It's okay. It's okay. We're almost done. We're almost done. And so what I'm going to do is just he's just that uncomfortable. He just wants to be picky with what I'm doing with him today. He's never acted like this before, so I'm really assuming. And at that, all the times that I've seen him, I haven't seen him with this much skin irritation. So my guess is just that he's just that uncomfortable. It's just really getting on his nerves. So snipping the legs, I like to snip downward. It helps prevent injury. You do want to watch out for his private area. He is intact, so you don't want to end up snipping his little area there. I wish he was behaving like his natural self so that I can do the tutorial that I intended to do today. But it's okay. We have other dogs we can learn on. So so we're gonna do that. He's just so not happy. Okay. Okay. If a dog wants to sit while being groomed, I do not make them stand up the entire time unless I need them to stand up. I definitely let them sit. So we went from this to this. Just by snipping, it's not gonna look, it's prettiest, but like I said, it comes to a point, you know, with some dogs, unfortunately, that we just have to groom for comfort, and it cannot be. So when pet parents brought him today, he had a cone around his head. He probably came irritated. Because he's been wanting to lick himself and he can't get to certain spots with that cone on his head. So by the way, I'm scissoring with my long straight. Oh, I said these were heritage in the beginning of the video, but They are Wolf USA. WOLFF.USA. So these were not Heritage, but my other shears are. So we're gonna do that. All right, so we're gonna work with this. Up, up, up. When a dog is irritated, you really gotta work with them, and not pick up the habit of forcing them to do what you want them to do, because nobody's gonna get their way. It's just not gonna happen. You're gonna get dogs that are irritated. You want to be very careful around this armpit area. I can't shave anywhere around it at the moment, so I'm just snipping. You don't want to snip the skin that hangs around that area. No, no, no. Okay. We're gonna work on his feet in a second. Shh. Okay. Peter. No, Bubba. So I'm just kind of snipping whatever hairs I see that practically should have been shaved. But we're just gonna work with him today. Stop. He's just not a happy camper today. This haircut definitely isn't going to come out the way I want it to. But that is okay. It's okay, it's okay. It's okay, it's okay. Shh. I'm just snipping. Hey, it's just a snip. It's just a snip. See? There you go. So he's not happy with the brush around his paws. So what I'm doing is I normally would brush the hair down, but his paws are so sore he's not letting me brush. Oh, and he's nipping my hand. That was just, it's okay. Shh. It's okay. And he's not nipping to be an a-hole. He's really nipping to, he's telling me he's so uncomfortable, and I could see it. Okay, so let me just try to, he literally did put his teeth on my hand right now. So now I'm giving him some space. And we're gonna have to just do our best. Okay. It's okay. Please, Peter. Please. Peter. So, my goodness. So this is gonna come out so not the way I'm. Oh, okay. Peter. Shh. No, no, no. You can't bite, Peter. Okay, so he's really just wanting to bite. I'm thinking if I should just get a. Let me see. I gotta be right back. I'm gonna be right back. I'm actually gonna have to muzzle him. That's usually my last, the last thing that I really want to do. But in order for me to finish him, I need to figure something out. So I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. I hate putting a muzzle on a dog, but he is so uncomfortable. He's biting so much. I had to put a muzzle on him to groom him safely. So even being as gentle as possible, of course, is always, but even being as gentle as possible, he's not allowing me to scissor with like a hair in my nose without biting me. So we're going to try to finish him up. I really want to just finish we are just going to finish. And so he's calmed down a bit. And I'm like, all right, game's over. I'm not a groomer that likes to force my dogs into anything. This is as much force as I would use, is a muzzle. So we're gonna try to trim those paws nice and round. He didn't really let me shave underneath those paws, so we're gonna shave underneath them in a second. No. And now he can't bite me, so he's angry. Aw, no, don't worry, babe. And the muzzle isn't on tight either. It's just on because he just wants to bite. And now he's angry. He's a little angry baby. Because now he can't bite me. Boo-hoo. And so, I normally am very patient. I give dogs multiple chances to bite me. As you hey, relax. As you saw, he just was nipping and nipping and nipping. After the first nip, a groomer would be like, I'm not doing it. Or we're calling your pet parent. Or, it could be even worse. They may take matters into their own hands. Shh, with pets, you do want to be careful. Relax, Peter. Just relax. That's all you gotta do. Nothing is happening here. So I would explain more while I'm grooming this pet, but he is just acting so strange. He's never acted like this before. Never. Oh, and he's just so uncomfortable. Oh, you're giving me tummy? Peter. I really think he's just uncomfortable. I think it's just his skin hurting him. I mean, his testicles are raw. It looks like he's just been licking them and licking them. So I could imagine the way the rest of his body feels. Okay. It's okay. Relax. Just relax, baby. Just relax. And so I know he's just very uncomfortable. And like I said, he wasn't biting to kill or to, some dogs, they just really bite to kill. He wasn't doing that. He was just trying to tell me, leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone, over and over again. Well, I'm sorry, Peter, I can't leave you alone. And I put him away for a break as well. Just so that he can get a little rest for himself and come back to his groom. But it just doesn't seem like... After his break, he did do very well. After his break, he came back with a better attitude, but I really hope he lets me. I really hope he lets me groom his face. So I'm just gonna trim up his feet, trim up his tail. I mean, I might not even go over a regular procedure with his face, which is shape it with a guard. Because I'm not trying, I just wanna give him a groom, give his parents a decent groom, and then I really wanted to go over more instructions. Than what I did with this video, but we're just gonna have to just finish up because Peter is just that uncomfortable, and I don't want him to be here unhappy. And I definitely don't want the world to see him unhappy. I mean, it's gonna happen, but because I'm posting this video, But I definitely don't want the world to look at him unhappy, because this just isn't him to act like this. I'm gonna go over his body again now that he has the muzzle on. I feel a little bit more comfortable trying to get his body a little bit more even. And he came out so cute, his first haircut, because he was just so sweet. And we're having a lot of, we're in Texas. We're having a lot of weather changes right now. A lot of mold and other craziness in the air. So, I mean, it just makes sense that he's just that uncomfortable. So I'm taking my 10, my Oster 10, and shaving out the area, the paw area. He did not let me finish that earlier, so I'm just getting those paw pads out. Okay, wanna see this one? Good job. And so he seemed to calm down a little bit more. Shh, you can't bite me. And so I'm trying to hold his paw in a natural position so that while he's fighting me, him or I are not tugging on his joints or on the paws where they're not supposed to be. Where his joints and where his legs naturally bend is the way you should handle a pet. So, let's see here. So I'm gonna go back over some spots. I should really just call this a day, but I don't want him going out looking too crazy. Okay, so I know, Peter. I'm sorry. Ooh, loosen that up. Okay, so this is what's going to have to work. Going down the leg a little bit more, just wherever I see it needs to be done. This foot, is just not happy. Okay, Peter. And I'm going to I don't have a 10. So I'm going to take the 10 blade and shave out his little derriere if he lets me. I don't like to pull dogs by their tails, so I try my best to get them to support themselves, because I'm not going to hold a dog by its tail just to shave its butt. It's cruel. I'm going to watch out for his little private area there. It's very cruel to hold a dog by its tail. And he's raw under here. He really is. So, oh my goodness, Peter. And it has like a splinter there that this does not. There we go. There you go, Bubba. So we're just gonna watch out for his little testicles. And we're going to shave out this area here. You want to be very careful around this area. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna go around on this side. Okay, so his sanitary is done. So I'm gonna take the 5 and explain this really quick. Let me see if I got how much battery we got going on here. Well, it's not telling me. Oh, okay, well, we're really low on battery. So, come here, babe. There's this little part of the tail that you kind of want to shave down at the base. And you don't want to go too far down because it does look ridiculous unless a pet parent asks. You want to go probably about 1 inch, starting right at the butt, and go down no further than that. You just want to scoop, 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 because it gives the dog a nice finish and it prevents poop from sticking there. Okay, so we're with the 5, so I'm just gonna go down here again. Okay, so we're just going to, no, Peter. He has a thing with this side. I don't know what it is, but he's like, I don't want to show that side. Okay, so we're running low on battery. I really wanted to do the face, but I'm just going to get what I can done. I don't know how much battery I actually have, but we are just going to try to finish. He's not going to be happy getting his face done. So I'm just going to do his tail really quick. If a dog does not want to stand up for their tail, I just let them sit and scoot their little butt to the very edge of the table to where their tail hangs over. And so they're sitting comfortably while I still do my job. Yes, we have to bend down. But I move with the dog where the dog is most comfortable, and I'm okay with doing that. Even being 9 months pregnant, because I'm gonna deliver in a couple of days. I do not mind scooting down to a dog's level, just so that they're comfortable enough to let me do my job. I don't mind bending over as long as I'm not having a Braxton Hicks. Or contracting, or cramping, or dying. Okay, I do like to snip the end of the tail. It does make it look like a nice finish to me. Okay, this big baby is killing me right now. So, I'm talking about this little boy in my tummy. It's killing me. So, we're gonna put this. This is my wall 1 guard. Okay. I'm just gonna get done on the top of the face, on the top of the head, what I can. So, while he has the muzzle on, and then I'll probably just scissor the rest. I'm gonna try to make this as fast as possible because my battery is about to die. I charged it a little bit just while he bathed and dried so that I can try to get more content in, because I would be really upset at myself if I don't. I'm gonna take this muzzle off. If he misbehaves again, it's going back on. But it's okay. But he may have learned his lesson. He's a dog that he's a sweet boy. So I'm gonna start in the middle, literally with this comb here. Start in the middle, go downward, and in. It gives it kind of a round face. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, and we're gonna go downward and in, and downward and in. downward and in. He's being a good boy. He's not biting me. So we're going downward and in. We're going to pull the ear back. And we're going to just get that hair. And we're going to go in. Uh-oh. And here's my daughter again.
Hi, doggy. You're a bad dog.
No, he's not a bad doggy. He's just a doggy.
Mommy, he's a bad dog.
No, he's not a bad dog.
No. He's two dog?
Yes.
Hi, dog. Here. Here.
And we're gonna go down the head.
It's all right. That.
Down head this way.
Here.
And you're gonna lightly get this last one, this last comb here, and not put it past down the ear. You want it right at the top of the ear.
Nice.
Alexis, do not touch. He bites, baby. And you're gonna kind of go downward there. So there's this.
Dog bite me?
Shh, yes, baby. So there's this hair here. Behind the ear, you're gonna pull the ear upward and kind of just shave down. And you always want to curve.
Yeah,
You want to go around. You want to go around so that you get that round look. Okay. Let me see, baby. So here's the finished result. Peter! He is happier now that he's finished. There you go, bub. He has some really bad allergies, so I have to talk to pet parents about what to do about this. That's hair falling out from his eyes, just so irritated. Poor little baby. So we have his little ears. And I'm so sorry I couldn't get all of the content that I needed. This was my first time using my camera. It's a GoPro. Not only am I getting familiar with the GoPro, I'm getting familiar with, I'm also getting familiar with how to use it and stuff like that. Of course, I'm getting familiar with uploading to YouTube and stuff like that. So that is that. Here we go. Here's his face. Here, turn this way. See your body. There you go. See your little body. Come on, up. See your body. There you go. Sitting on his tail, so it's a little ruffled. But otherwise, other than his little attitude problem today, he did good. Yes, he did.